But the black kitten had been finished with earlier in the afternoon. And so, while Alice was sitting curled up in a corner of the great armchair, half talking to herself and half asleep, the kitten had been having a grand game of romps with the ball of worsted. Alice had been trying to wind up and had been rolling it up and down till it had all come undone again. There it was, spread over the hearth rug, all knots and tangles, with the kitten running after its own tail in the middle. Oh, you wicked little thing, cried Alice, catching up the kitten and giving it a little kiss to make it understand that it was in disgrace. Really, Dinah ought to have taught you better manners. You out, Dinah, you know you out, she added, looking reproachfully at the old cat and speaking in as cross a voice as she could manage. And then she scrambled back into the armchair, taking the kitten and the worsted with her, and began winding up the ball again. But she didn't get on very fast, as she was talking all the time, sometimes to the kitten and sometimes to herself. Kitty sat very demurely on her knee, pretending to watch the progress of the winding, and now and then putting out one paw and gently touching the ball, as if it would be glad to help if it might. Do you know what tomorrow is, Kitty? Alice began. You would have guessed if you had been up in the window with me. Only Dinah was making you tidy, so you couldn't. I was watching the boys getting in sticks for the bonfire, and it wants plenty of sticks, Kitty. Only it got so cold and it snowed so they had to leave off. Never mind, Kitty, we will go and see the bonfire tomorrow. Here Alice wound two or three turns of the worsted round the kitten's neck just to see how it would look. This led to a scramble in which the ball rolled down upon the floor and yards of it got unwound again. Do you know, I was so angry, Kitty. Alice went on as soon as they were comfortably settled again. When I saw all the mischief you had been doing, I was very nearly opening the window and putting you out into the snow. And you would have deserved it, you little mischievous darling. What have you got to say for yourself? No, don't interrupt me, she went on, holding up one finger. I am going to tell you all your faults. Number 1. You squeaked twice while Dinah was washing your face this morning. No, you can't deny it, Kitty. I heard you. What's that you say? Pretending that the kitten was speaking. Her paw went into your eye. Well, that's your fault for keeping your eyes open. If you would shut them right tight up, it wouldn't have happened. Now don't make any more excuses, but listen. Number 2. You pulled Snowdrop away by the tail just as I had put down the saucer of milk before her. What, you were thirsty, were you? How do you know she wasn't thirsty too? Now for number 3, you unwound every bit of the worsted while I wasn't looking. That's 3 faults, Kitty. You have been punished for you have you have not been punished for any of them yet. You know I am saving up all your punishments for Wednesday week. Suppose they had saved up all my punishments, she went on, talking more to herself than the kitten. What would they do at the end of a year? I should be sent to prison, I suppose, when the day came. Or let me see, suppose each punishment was to be going without a dinner. Then, when the miserable day came, I should have to go without 50 dinners at once. Well, I shouldn't mind that much. I would far rather go without them than eat them.